He had tried to take his own life. And as a mum, knowing that I missed those signs until he came to me afterwards and said, Mum, this is what I've tried to do. And every time he closed his bedroom door, every time he was in the shower for too long, I would panic.
Some kids are born into a world where they're set up for darkness. They didn't choose the pain or the addiction or the loneliness, but they grow up surrounded by it in their homes, in the schoolyard, and worst of all, online. Teenage boys mirror what they see, and Blues and Greens started with a single question. What about the boys who don't have someone to show them the light? My name's Harry, and I'm 23 years old, and I'm the founder of Blues and Greens. And across Australia, our team of mentors show up every week for teenage boys to help them live a happier, more confident life. Not through lectures, not therapy, but through real, genuine connection. The big brothers to the boys who don't have someone to turn to. Like this kid, he's 15. His dad beat him, and he hasn't left his room since. He didn't speak to his mum or go to school. His windows were covered with newspaper. The only place he felt safe is on his PlayStation. He attempted to take his own life. Safety for him looked like isolation, his emotions buried behind a screen. He's a kid we mentor. Now he has Matt, his own mentor, a glimmer of light in a dark tunnel. And guess who's going back to school for the first time in 18 months? Him.
My son's not okay. And I did that with all the energy I had. And good on me for doing that. Like, I saw that and I didn't know how to help. And I still think I couldn't have by myself. But I found you, and I found Blues and Greens, and I've made sure I made that a part of our life no matter what it took. And I'm so grateful I did. And it's okay that I got lost, because as a mum with a teenage son and nobody else to lean on, I couldn't have known what to do. But you guys do. He opens up now, and I'm willing to talk to him about anything. And we have conversations. And that didn't happen before. And so they're the inside things that matter as a parent that I see and I notice, and I am so grateful for.
We're going to become the biggest youth support program in the world. We're going to create a world where no teenage boy feels alone, where suicide is extinct, where every boy has a mentor they actually connect with. Because one positive role model can rewrite a whole life story. But right now, there are still millions of teenage boys waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for someone to invest in their future, crying on the inside, just wanting something to change.
Oh, you're making an impact on generations, Harry. You are making an impact on generations. You know, you are changing my family's parenting stances for generations to come. He's going to have more self-worth because of what he's learned through the Blues and Greens program. And that's going to affect his children, which will then parent from a different stance for their children. You're impacting generations. A legacy doesn't even come close to what you're creating. Thank you.
Pretty crazy. Although not every kid that comes through the program is of those extreme cases, but there's so many teenage boys out there who are, and that video has been created to hopefully solve a lot of that, and will hopefully reach the right audience in due course. So I wanted to just put at the start of this video just to sort of give a bit of an intro of who we are, what we do, and there's a big world out there. That's for sure. It is 9:31 on a Monday night, 28th of July, and a part of me just wants to stay up, work all through the night, because what I'm working on is so exciting, and I know the impact it's going to have on scale, but I'm training in the morning and I've got to get my sleep, even though I just want to obsess into what it is I'm doing. And that's the thing. If you obsess over something, it's always going to work out. Be obsessed, not just interested. Go all in, keep stacking it together. And that's what I want to do. But I need to go to bed. We'll work for another hour or so, maybe. Get up at 6, go punch some bags, and we're good to go. Today I woke up and I was feeling a bit flat. Oh, Jesus. Nearly knocked over my TV. Yeah, I was feeling a bit flat today. And nothing like happened or whatever, but I think it's just, you have those days where you just like, for whatever reason, processing a few things or just feeling a bit And the reason I'm saying this is because the last thing I wanted to do was get up and like go to boxing and whatnot. But it's just a reminder to myself that I showed up, even on the days where you don't feel like it. And I think that's what's important, and the motivation, the feeling of wanting to do shit's always going to come and go, but the discipline of knowing that like this is what's best, regardless of how you feel, is, I don't know, what keeps me through. These days happen, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just keep doing the shit that you love, regardless. It is 11:04 p.m. and I don't want to go to sleep. I said this last night, but yeah, after my call tonight with Monica, I just have this whole new wave of energy. Like I'm just so inspired to keep making this impact, and I'm not that I wasn't already there, but like you can, well I do. I often always forget just how powerful the role that we play is and the impact that it can have, and that just brought me way back down to earth and realigned it completely of like, this is what we're doing it for. But yeah, I just want to stay up all night. There's so many things on my task lists that I've got for this week, and I just would love to just tick them all off now, but I got to get up in 6 hours or something. So train in the morning. I know I'm going to not want to be doing it when I wake up, but I'm going to do it. But it's a good sign, when I'm wanting to stay up and wanting to get up early, because I'm just so excited to get into the things or the work that I feel is so meaningful. For people who don't understand me or this type of thinking, you'd probably just think I'm crazy right now and what the fuck's this guy doing trying to work at 10 past 11 after he's already been up for how many hours, 16 hours or something, working pretty much, like, and you're not going to understand it. And that's okay, but this is just a bit of a show of sign of like how I operate and how I think and feel, and just how obsessed and passionate I am, and it's all gonna make sense when Blues and Greens reaches the level that it does, because it's like I do this shit every day and I love it. So before I go to bed, I'm going to share one last thing. And I've recently obviously moved out of home, living here in Melbourne, all on my own. And there's plenty of positives, right? But the one thing that I've not liked about living out of home is my washing. So, i.e. do my own washing. But what I've been forgetting is I put my washing in the washing machine, wherever it is there, which I did this morning, and I just remembered that I didn't ever take it out of the washing machine. And now I'm like, what do I do? When I was at home, if I ever did this, if I ever forgot about my washing in the washing machine, Mum would just come along and unpack it and hang it up or whatever. But now, I just filmed a lot of stuff, coming up with something creative, but why I pulled out the camera is 10.9k followers, and now that it's like 10k, you can't see how many exactly it is. So it's kind of just like a real suspense game. You never know when it's going to go from 10.9 to 11. So I was watching my video that I posted this week, and I was talking a lot about like not hustling so much, hustle culture, all this shit, and it was sort of like draining me. Obviously I was going through a bit of a rough patch there, but you know, I've found myself a lot more these last couple of weeks and got a balance, going to boxing every day, into my flow here. How about it? Not a bad little spot. You know what? I think that, just a really random thought, but I think that we have so much more control over our lives than we think, or most people think. And it's like, I can even just notice a shift like day to day, within hour to hour, within a day. It's like, you can just choose to be happy. It's like, you know, so many people are in shit moods for no reason. So it's like, why can't you just be in a good mood for no reason? Yeah. Even just telling yourself, it's so simple, but just like reminding yourself that there's so many things to be happy about. And I just find, you know, the more I think about the things that are maybe incomplete in my life, or the things that I would like or would do differently, or whatever it may be, it just makes you in a shit mood. But when I choose to focus on the things that I am happy about and realize like, holy shit, this is awesome, that's awesome, whatever else, you just feel good. And it's just like, I guess it's just like that old law of attraction, where your thoughts completely reflect how you feel and what comes to you in life. Today is the last day of the month, and I'm gonna unpack my Woolworths shopping and just talk to myself, because that's what you do when you live alone. But I kind of just wanted to, I don't know, take a moment to reflect on the month that it was, because I think I say this to myself every single month. This month was the biggest month of my entire life. You know, I moved across the country. I had a change of personnel in my life. Blues and Greens well and truly has stood up to that next level. And yeah, I think as much as there was plenty of highs and there was plenty of awesome things, but I definitely got put to the test of like, all right, this isn't just sunshine and rainbows, and you're not going to be feeling good every day, but like, this is the difference between those who, I'm not going to say succeed, because succeed is not a binary term, but those who are like, I don't know, happy with themselves compared to those who are not, because it's so easy to give in, and it's not easy to like get to where you want to go. It's not easy to achieve your goals, no matter what your goal is. And that's what this month taught me. Like, I had to realign my motives, I had to realign who and what I was doing it for. I got humbled. I had people, you know, leave. I had people enter. I had disputes, all that comes with being a human being, and also having a business that deals with literally people. And there was so many, I guess, opportunities to throw in the towel, give up, and so many opportunities to, have a bit of a tantrum. But this month, I realised what I'm doing it for. You know, it's not me. If I was doing it for me, my path would look a whole lot different. I think one place where social media messaging goes wrong, and I'm probably guilty of it too, is like the narrative around just keep trying. So it's like, I probably say it a lot, and you know, there's an element of truth to it, or a large part of it is a truth. But that whole thought around, you know, if you just reps, if you keep on going, keep on doing things, then you're always going to succeed and you'll get there eventually. But I think where that slightly misses the mark is you've got to be able to adjust, and you've got to be able to adapt to what the feedback's telling you. So whether the feedback is people, whether it's metrics, whether it's, your own mood, whatever it may be. Because the only way to learn and the only way to get good is through repetitions. But if you're driving in the wrong direction and you never took the chance to have a look at your maps and see if you're going the right way, then you're just going to get further and further away from the goals. So reps, but look at the feedback, read the data, whatever field you're in, be willing to adapt and change. It's about, seeing the holes, seeing a new direction, the shortcuts, whatever it may be, because energy in the wrong direction is just going to push you further and further away. So the only way to know where the right direction is to just start moving, start trying. When you're like my age?
When I was your age and they were my age.
Laying on the floor. I'm going to get my mic and chat some shit. That was Andre just telling me about a meeting he had. I think I kind of just want to take a moment just to it's been such a, I just listened to my very first meeting with Andre, like our very first consultation call or whatever you want to call it, sales call essentially. And just being able to see how far I've come since then. You can never really plan life. I was sort of just listening to some of the goals I was talking about and, where I was all at. And you can never plan anything. You can plan whatever you want, but $5:20 on a Saturday night. Listen to Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow.
And that's all I got to say. You ready for this?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Today I'm actually seeing one of the boys that Blues and Greens mentors today, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. Sometimes, although it is an online program, but this kid in particular was someone who just has had a pretty challenging story for one, but just didn't click with a previous mentor on an online program, which never really happens, but this is a bit of a unique case. So I kind of just thought, what this dude needs the most is just someone to connect with him, bit of a breakaway, have some fun, switch off from real world, and that's what we're doing. So Sunday morning he's going to come, or Sunday Arvo, he's going to come down to my house, play some basketball, hang out or whatever. And it's been a while since I have brought on someone new to mentor, but after a few conversations this week and just a situation at hand with this kid, I really want to make an impact. After probably chatting to one of the parents, which you would have seen, just seeing how much of a life-changing intergenerational change her son had, I think this is a good opportunity for me to really change someone's world.
Hello, son.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
That's good. How'd you go?
Yeah, it's good.
You look a bit hot and flustered. Have you been playing basketball with him all this time?
Oh, no, I've just been walked up to the shops.
Yeah. Unlike here, I should say the weather here today is insane. I don't think it's been this bad a really long time.
It's hot out there, eh? I needed a bit of a change of scenery. So, you ready? Boom. Not bad. Yes. What's that beeping noise? I was just in here journaling, and usually whenever I journal, because I don't do it as consistently as I used to, I just flick back on old pages and kind of reflect. because a lot of what I do in the journal is just like reflecting. A lot of what I do now is like reflecting and realigning my thoughts and where I want to go. And I found this entry from the 14th of December last year. So about 8 months ago. Here it is, 14th of December 2024. For so long, I had uninformed optimism. I was so delusional in myself. I knew I was going to succeed. I knew I was worthy of all these huge goals and ambitions, but I just didn't quite have the path cleared as to know how I was going to get there. I had the belief, I knew the destination, but the path was clouded. I feel like the path has been cleared. I feel like I can see the way to my destination. What that allows me to do is focus on the now, focus on taking the steps and the actions in front of me to get better now, to have belief in the process. I feel free of anxieties over my success because I just know it will happen. So I am able to be present in my work, take the actions needed and be comfortable in the process. That is the most rewarding feeling I could ever have imagined. I'm so grateful that younger me did this, so grateful that he didn't give up, didn't lose hope, kept creating and kept innovating. He made the jump to leave his job against all the opinions of others, and he did it for him. That's the proudest I've ever been. What I can promise to future me, to me in 5 years' time, 30 years' time, but also to me tomorrow. I promise to keep taking risks, to keep backing myself in. I promise to keep getting uncomfortable because short-term pain is long-term pleasure. I promise to never give up. I promise to make you so damn proud. I just got goosebumps. But yeah, beneath this journal entry, I wrote like a little goal forecasting thing, and pretty wild, you know. I guess I wrote this before Blues and Greens, the Chase a Better You program started, and I wrote here, I honestly think I could get a new member every week. And like, I remember writing that thing, and that is so ambitious, but 52 members every week was like some goal I set here, essentially. So 52 members for the year. And right now I'm at 130 members and it's August. If only he knew. And it's so easy to forget what you felt. And we are wrapping up another week. 10:08, Sunday, August the 3rd. And I'm feeling like I might be coming down with something. I feel a bit of a sore throat, but I've got a huge week ahead. Probably I'm going to say this every week, probably ever, but it's probably the biggest week of all time for Blues and Greens. 2 new full-time staff starting. 3 if you include mum. 3 new full-time staff starting. 1 new part-time staff. And 2 of them are going to be at my apartment for the week, in my shared office space, doing some onboarding training, things like that. So a massive week, a lot to prepare, a lot to go over, get on top of, and a lot of it's going to play such a big role in the future of Blues and Greens. So need to get some rest, need to wake up feeling good, as I always do, as I am now. It's been a bloody awesome week, and I'm grateful to be able to get to do this every day, every week for the rest of my life. This week, just share this to one person. Share it to one person who you feel as though would like to join in on my journey to the top of the mountain. One last yawn. Good night.